Hey guys, so today I am doing another $1 makeup challenge. Last time I did the Dollar Tree, but this time I went on shopmissa.com and I got some stuff from there to do a full face makeup. After my last $1 makeup challenge, tons of you asked for the Shop Miss A one, so I ordered some stuff and here I am. So if you don't know what Shop Miss A is, it's basically like a site where everything is $1. They have lots of makeup and some accessories. I bought a couple accessories as well. Couple things. I don't normally do the wet hair look, but I really wanted to film this tonight and it was either wet hair or greasy hair and I chose wet hair. And I know that my brows look crazy. I've been getting a lot of those comments lately. I've been letting them grow out so I could shape them a little bit better, and if I have time I will be filming that tonight as well. So I know some people will do just a haul right off the bat, but what I want to do is I'll show you guys what I got for each part of the face as we go along and just get right into it. So last time I did brushes as well, but this time I am not going to. Honestly, even though all of this was $1, I was still being a little cheap about it. So I'm just gonna use what I have. So I'm just going to start off with foundation. I did not get a primer. I did look for a primer, but so much of the stuff on the site is sold out. So I'm gonna start out with foundation. I think I got 2 foundations. This one is a Muse Cosmetics Flawless Liquid Foundation, and this one is the Santee Liquid Foundation. So I'm going to use this one first, and if I need to use the other one, I will. So I don't really know anything about this foundation, coverage wise or anything like that. But I did put a little bit of it on my hand and it seems pretty light coverage. So I'm just going to use my beauty blender as I normally would, and this seems super, super light coverage. Not even covering up any redness. Light coverage. I don't know if it's that or if it's just soaking up into the beauty blender. So honestly that looks like it did virtually nothing. So let's try this one instead. And I pretty much got the lightest shade for everything unless it was sold out, in which case I'll show you guys what I bought. So I'm gonna go in with this one instead because it might have a little bit better coverage. We'll see. I can still see a lot of redness, so I think we're probably just gonna have to go in for a 3rd layer of foundation to get something going on. So I'm gonna stick with this one, I think, and just do a 3rd layer of foundation. I'm fine if I'm not doing full coverage today, but I need some more coverage than a moisturizer. Okay. 3rd layer, looking better. We're just gonna, I'm not gonna put another layer. I feel 4 layers of any foundation is just crazy. This isn't the 100 layer challenge, so I'll stick with 3. So aside from not having much coverage, I'm not really loving how it's looking on my skin. It looks like there's foundation on it, but it doesn't look like it's covering anything. Maybe if there was some coverage, I could excuse that it looks like foundation, but it's not covering anything. I would say 3 layers of this is not even what a normal BB cream would cover. So next I'm going to do brows, and I got 2 things for brows. One, I got a brow pomade from Clean Color, and then this is an Amuse pencil. I'm gonna try the pencil first. It has a spoolie on the side, and then this has a little bit of a weird shape in my opinion. It's like a teardrop almost. I don't know. It looks a little bit strange to me, but I normally don't use pencils just because I feel sometimes it takes too long with them. You have to go over the area a lot. For this one, it actually seems like it's getting pretty good coverage pretty quickly. I think I might have prejudged this one. My brows look a mess just because they haven't been plucked, and I'm gonna need to clean them up with a lot of concealer, but I wouldn't say that's bad for just quickly filling in and then to clean up with concealer. I don't feel with this one you could really do small little flicks. I think just filling in, it works actually pretty good. Super precise though is not gonna happen because I just think it's a little thick compared to I know that a lot of brands have this shape, but I feel normally it's a little bit thinner or maybe a little bit longer at least. What happened, all right? So they did not have literally any concealer except, so I got what I could. So what they had available was this white concealer and this light ivory one. And this is like the second or third shade. So this one is not light by any means. Honestly, it's gonna look really orange on me. Like, yikes. So that does not match me at all. But also, I'm not super pale anymore. So literally this one is straight up white. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mix these. So for cleaning up my brows, first off, I'm gonna take mostly white with like a little bit of the regular concealer and fill them in like that, just because I feel like it looks a lot better if they are cleaned up with a lighter concealer. So what I'm just gonna do is just kind of do that and then pull it down a little bit, and then I'll usually just go back with my finger and blended it in, because I like the really sharp line on the bottom. I feel like it looks really good and really clean like that, especially when my brows are not clean. Like right now in general, just like the shape, it's a lot harder to make them look like really clean when you have a bunch of hair everywhere. And I don't think like the feather type of brow looks very good on me. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a tiny bit more of the darker concealer to what I already mixed, just a tiny bit, and then I'm gonna clean up the top a little bit because I don't want it to be like this light on the top. Actually looks pretty good. Now I'm just going to blend it out, and I feel like this part for me is easiest to do with my finger. I never used to use my finger for like makeup, but lately I have been. And then I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna just run the spoolie through here a tiny bit to make it just a little bit softer. So now I'm gonna do my under eye concealer kind of the same way, with like mixing these a little bit. I don't know, kind of like do that and like alternate a bit with the white. I think this actually has a way more coverage than the foundation. Okay, so now I'm gonna blend this out with a beauty blender, and we're gonna hope that it, okay, so this is looks like this kind of concealer is like one that you have to do quick, you know, like it settles really quickly. So let's just do this really quickly. Okay, so this is looking a little bit crazy now. I didn't put this in like the beginning of the video, kind of just because it's not like a joke to me, but I know a lot of people will come in like trying to make things look bad or talk about what it's gonna do to their skin or blah blah. But I just do my makeup like I would normally with my regular products, but with these type of products, and if I run into something kind of like that, like I'll fix it. It's like not a big deal. So I think I blended it out all okay. So next I would do powder, and there really wasn't much to choose from as well. Like I said, so much stuff sold out. So I got this, it's like Malibu Glitz powder, and it looks like it might be a little bit dark, or it might be my color. I'm not great at guessing colors for that kind of thing. Oh, wait, I got contour. So I couldn't find any bronzer on there that wasn't like super dark. So I actually bought a dark concealer to do cream contour with. So I'm gonna do this, but I'm going to do it quick. So I'm gonna do like a little bit here. I feel like this stuff goes a long way, so I'm just gonna put like a little bit, and I'm gonna blend it out right away. I think that this is Buff, and I thought that this looked like the coolest shade. You know, it's always hard to tell online. Okay, so I tried doing my nose contour when my camera was cooling down, but then like the concealer wiped off like the little bit of foundation underneath, and it just looked really bad. So then I put more foundation on. It's been a process. So I'm just gonna go and put some powder on. We're not gonna do a nose contour. I'm not gonna contour around my hairline. It's not gonna happen. So I'm gonna use this powder now. I'm just gonna sort of pat it on. This powder is actually working pretty well, but I'm not sure if it's too dark. It might be a little too dark. I feel like sometimes a lot of the cheaper powders have a little bit more coverage, and I feel that way about this one as well. Oh my god, I totally got another powder. I'm so dumb. I have it all like laying out here, and I probably should have maybe put it in like order or something. Okay, so I did get a bronzer. This is the Powder Cake BR. What's up, dog? Do you need to go out? Do you need to go out? Excuse you. Do you need to go out? Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna take my dogs out before they break down my background. Okay, so I'm gonna use this to add a little bit more contour since I put like powder over where I did like the cream contour. I think we're doing good so far. Honestly, I'm a lot more impressed with how this looks rather than when I got makeup from the Dollar Tree. Did I go too far on that? I think I did. Blend, 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 blend. I got this palette and then I got like one loose eyeshadow, but I swatched this, and this is gonna make a super, super bomb highlight. So I'm gonna wait to use this for my highlighter. I'm just gonna use this on the eyes, and surprise, surprise, it's purple. I feel like I always gravitate towards purple, I'm sorry. Okay, so I'm gonna go in and I'm going to mix these two shades right here. But I do have to point out that this is like a little bit of a plastic sort of thing on here. It's not held by much like glue, so I can just like, and this is plastic. But I mean, like, honestly, like, I don't know what you would like expect out of a $1 palette. So I'm gonna mix those two. I'm gonna put that in my crease. I feel like I'm getting a lot on my brush, but I'm not sure if it's coming off. Now I'm gonna just go in with the darker shade right here. I'm gonna keep this a little bit simple just because the highlight is really cool but a little intense, and so I want to keep the eyes a little bit more simple. I honestly feel like my makeup videos are so boring just because like I'm not like a funny person, so I can't like do jokes the entire time, and I'm also not like super educational. I just like don't have that way about me, so I feel like I just like end up sitting here while I like touch on what I'm doing, but I'm not like a super good educator. I feel like I'm like a lot more average than your typical like beauty blogger. So I'm having a little bit of issues with this muddying up a little bit, sticking to certain patches and rubbing off on others a little bit. I don't know if you guys can see here, it's a little bit darker here, but rubbing off a little bit here. This was a clean brush, so this shouldn't have muddied up with like just two other shades. Next, I'm gonna just take this like little bit of a shiny purple and put that on my like inner to like mid lid. Okay, and I'm getting like a lot of fallout from that. So next, I got an eyeliner, and this is the Santi eyeliner black liquid, and it says it is waterproof. So this is what the tip looks like. I normally don't really like these type of tips because they can tend to be a little hard. So not my favorite, but totally doable. I prefer this a lot better than like a really, really skinny tip, so we'll see. I might be crazy, but this like low-key smells like banana Laffy Taffy. I'm gonna try not to go crazy big on the wings today. I don't know how, but I'm gonna try. Okay, there's the wing. The formula on this seems pretty nice. The tip though is definitely a little bit hard. Like I feel like if I jabbed my eye, I would actually probably hurt it. Okay, so next I bought this really, really weird shaped mascara. It could probably be used as like a weapon. Ow. Okay, yeah, totally can actually probably be used as a weapon. This is the Amuse Cosmetics Volumizing Mascara. I need it to stop reading my face. You see this? This could have been a disaster waiting to happen. This is a really, really big wand. I'm like a little scared. I definitely feel like I might mess up a little bit. This feels like it's like crunching a little bit. Like when I'm pulling it through, I can hear it like tugging on my eyelashes. It's a little strange. So honestly, like when I went through the box, this is what looked the best in my opinion, is these eyelashes. Like look at how good and wispy these look. I think they look really good, and I have really high hopes for these. Like if you were to able to find your like staple eyelashes for $1, that would be like really cool. So I didn't actually see any eyelash glue for sale on there, so I'm just going to use my usual Huda Beauty lash glue. Okay, so I didn't cut these because I'm lazy. and I'm not gonna get up to get the scissors, but I think it's fine. It's just gonna be a little tiny bit too long. And then I'm gonna put it on this side, and then I'll fix the mascara. Definitely a little bit long on the edges, but totally fine. Not a big deal on that. Take a spoolie and just try to get this mascara off. Normally that works pretty well. Ow. Okay, so here is the finished eyes. So this is the Princessa Pearl powder in 02. I'm gonna be using a like eyeshadow blending brush just because like I don't want to get this everywhere. I've never really like worked with like a loose highlighter before, so I'm just going to like dip a little bit of that in there to highlight. This one is like an iridescent type one, like something that would probably be in like in the Moonchild glow kit by like Anastasia. Not super pigmented, but enough to show that it's like a color and still like really shiny. This is definitely like a little hidden gem. I'm gonna put a little bit of this underneath my brows and a little bit in my inner corner now, just to kind of like tie it all together. Okay, so finally we are on to the lips. So this is I think this is AOA Studio Wonderliner in Faded. When I ordered online, it's obviously always hard to tell shades a little bit. I think that the lipstick I ordered is a little light, so I'm gonna put this all over my lips. I actually don't know if I like that color that much. It looks a little weird to me. It actually, faded is a good color for it. It looks like a faded color, a little strange. And then so finally, lipstick. This is the Clavy, I can't say that, matte lipstick in Posh Petal. And this is like a super, super pink lipstick. So I'm just gonna put like a little bit of this on. Oh, and it's broken. It doesn't even look like it was really stuck in there. That's all I'm gonna do. And here is the final look, but I'm not done showing you guys what I got. So I did order a couple of like accessories. So first is this little necklace, and David laughed when he saw it, but I think it is cute. It's little puff ball thingies. I think it would be cute. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. But this doesn't seem super, super cheap either. The chain feels good. So I think this is cute. And then I also got these. Now these do feel a bit cheap, but I thought they were cool because they had this like little bit of like waviness going on the side. You can definitely feel it that they're a little cheap, but I'm not really like a sunglass type person. I don't think these are really my frame. I think I would look better with like square frames. So that is my entire Shop Miss A video. I hope you guys like it. If you have not already seen, I have another like $1 makeup challenge video. And I did makeup from the Dollar Tree, although I think that this look definitely looks so much better than the Dollar Tree look. I also wanted to say, like, don't ever let anyone make you feel bad for wearing an expensive or cheap makeup or makeup from the drugstore. I would say like 70% of how your makeup looks is more so talent and creativity rather than the products themselves. Obviously products are great to use and they each have different uses and all have different positives and negatives, and you know, some do work better than others, and some are easier to work with than others. Sometimes I'll get comments and it makes me so sad that people will be like, I wish my makeup looked as good as yours, but I can only afford drugstore products, and that makes me so sad because like really it's just really practicing and maybe working with that product that you have a little bit. I mean, like, if all you have to spend on makeup is $30, I would so much rather recommend going on like this type of site or going to the dollar store and buying, you know, multiple of each type of product that you need and working with it that way, and maybe being able to get, you know, a couple shades of lipstick, or look at a brand like Wet n Wild or e.l.f. or something like that, rather than going and getting, you know, one foundation can even cost $40 or way more. And if you just want to look your absolute best to just go out into the world every day, but you don't have a lot of money, there is totally no shame in getting all of your makeup from a site like this, it is totally possible to look your absolute best in $1 makeup. Don't let anyone else tell you differently. Just practice on your technique, learn what looks best on you, do whatever makes you feel good. Do not think that you have to have expensive products to look good. My main point is your makeup is not going to look better because it is expensive, and it's not going to look worse because it's cheap. It's really just how you use it and your technique and your talent. You can totally make almost anything work, and don't ever let anyone tell you differently. I know that sometimes I'll see these memes and it'll be like me versus you, and you know, it'll be like Walmart makeup versus like Sephora makeup. I think that is so dumb. And I know so many girls who only use drugstore makeup and their makeup looks way better than mine most of the time, and I use a lot of high-end stuff. Okay, I'm done ranting.